Street pantries, like these, are popping up all over Western North Carolina, and with the uncertain future of SNAP benefits, they're about to get a lot busier. Beloved Asheville started up the idea for free street pantries during the pandemic, but now they're a necessity with the uncertain future of SNAP benefits. Over a dozen across Western North Carolina have popped up, and anyone can stock the pantries with non-perishable foods and even winter gear, like hats and gloves. Each pantry is strategically placed in a high-need area, like this one in Swannanoa outside of an empty Ingalls.
We know that many people are going to need food over the coming days, and so we know these pantries are going to be put to full use for sure.
Their main goal, to provide the ability to choose, which is the basis of their newest food program, the EAT Cards. Named after the EBT cards given to SNAP recipients over at ArtSpace Charter School, families in need will receive these cards, each with $200 on them, to the nearest grocery store. Beloved Asheville is continuing to partner with other local schools to hand out EAT Cards. For a full list of food pantries, head over to our website at WLOS.com. In Asheville, I'm Rebecca Walter, News 13.
All right, we've had some pretty beautiful days out there this past week, but temperatures are going to take a dip. Let's send it out to News 13's Rebecca Walter. She's live in Asheville. Rebecca, what are we looking at?
Thank you, Charles. As temperatures drop into the 20s tonight, emergency Code Purple shelters are opening across Asheville to make sure that no one is left out in the cold. This is one of many shelters open tonight under Code Purple. Here at ABCCM's Transformation Village, they had 7 guests last night and expect up to 20 women and children tonight, with room for up to 35.
As we move further into the winter season, the need's going to be there, probably even bigger. So we have to be prepared for that.
Code Purple will remain in effect as long as temperatures are at or below freezing. Shelters say that volunteers and donations are always needed. In Buncombe County, I'm Rebecca Walter, News 13.
As temperatures drop into the 20s this evening, emergency Code Purple shelters are opening across Asheville. ABCCM's Transformation Village is one of the shelters opening its doors tonight. News 13's Rebecca Walter joins us now live in the studio with the latest. Rebecca?
That's right. Transformation Village is one of several sites opening as part of the city and county's Code Purple plan, which activates when temperatures drop to 32 degrees or below. At this location, they hosted 7 people yesterday, and they're expecting somewhere between 14 and 20 people tonight. The 2025-2026 Code Purple season began November 1st and runs through April. This year's plan includes nightly winter shelters for both men and women, extended hours, and free bus service to each site. When Code Purple is called, shelters relax entry requirements, add additional beds, and coordinate meals and transportation for people experiencing homelessness. At the Salvation Army, 16 extra beds have been set aside for men, part of the countywide effort to make sure that no one is left out in the elements. Code Purple will remain active as long as temperatures stay at or below freezing. You can find a full list of shelter locations, bus routes, and ways to volunteer on WLOS.com. In September of 2024, this day seemed almost impossible.
Members of Post 317.
We just never thought that it'd be rebuilt.
We're gathered today for a grateful and patriotic duty.
I keep thinking about how Joe and I
to dedicate this building as a home for the American Legion.
Stood out here and looked and went, well, what are we going to do?
Our post has overcome a very unfortunate and devastating time.
Now, almost 14 months later,
out of a tragedy, our Legion community and several generous organizations we now call family.
Yeah, I'm still kind of pinching myself that we're standing here and we've got a building now that, can do something for us.
Came together and enabled the post to be better than it ever was.
Volunteers that came in from everywhere.
And they had one common goal, was to make sure this American Legion, not just the building is re-erected, but the personnel and the ones that's the heart of this Post 317.
Volunteers like Buddy Wormuth and his organization, Fixing It for Christ.
We just kind of pool our resources, and we'd have 10 to 20 people come up each month, and we'd stay at a local church on the floor.
We would have people show up with 10s and 20 volunteers, from little kids to every age you can imagine, and that's what put us over the top, was all that volunteer labor.
Labor from locals and visitors alike that help make a day like today happen. so that Post 317 can continue on with its mission.
In the name of Davis Sexton, Post 317, Department of North Carolina, the American Legion, I dedicate this hall, embodiment of the ideals of justice, freedom, and democracy for which the American Legion exists.
The building is one thing, but the community and the people of the community is the most important thing. To bring us to a place that we can have a common goal to impact our youth, impact the community, and therefore Marshall wins because the entire community come together.
I dedicate this structure to the purposes of our post, and with it, dedicate this post to the faithful service of our nation, of its people, and the memory of our heroic dead.
This rededication, I think, is just going to put us over the top where we can help more veterans meet their needs and the community needs too.